6:15 a.m., we are in the studio of Transnile Broadcasting Services. Jackie Anzoyo, the station manager and host of Fix My Community show, fields calls for 30 minutes as people call in to highlight communal problems.
People have now gotten to know that they have the right to speak. Their tongue can make a difference. Unlike those days when they were like scared, they didn't know their rights, they didn't know that when they speak, something can be done.
I also need to appreciate Town Council. You remember we complained about that road in between the market?
At one point, the show was dominated by calls about the twin evils that have plagued the Madi community in Moyo district: defilement and incest.
We discuss a little bit about them, but we usually we refer like to police.
In June 2020, Akwala reported an incident of defilement and incest. On that day, Chezira Lulua gave her 13-year-old daughter yeast to take to a market in Metu sub-county, a distance of 15 kilometers from Lairopi sub-county, where the family lives.
Aya makati ebere ongojwane ko ya akupiri tira junjen anga ya malai lepidi udu ojiane oya droile.
Because of the distance, Lulua told her daughter to spend the night at her uncle's home. Her 23-year-old cousin defiled her.
Sana simala tazimani tele yodi batise sumare rimo.
The girl suffered a ruptured uterus and bruised ribs and has been on treatment since 2020. 5 months after the incident, the presiding judge ruled that since the victim is his cousin, the perpetrator should pay her family 3 million shillings. He was released from prison and is now working in Arua City. The perpetrator's family refused to pay the money. No one reports incest to the police. So, in a community where the crime is on the rise, Lulua took a bold step. Dominic Eyasi, the community liaison officer, blames the evil on complicity of cultural leaders.
Culturally, when you sleep with your relative, they believe in appeasing it by slaughtering a bull for people to eat. Then they give also a heifer. That heifer means they are now removing the semen from the lady.
Kasurube, another culture practice, is blamed for fueling the rise in defilement cases.
That is a heifer. A good heifer is equivalent of 1 million. Then from there they will again ask 2 heifers and a bull and 10 goats. You have to pay. So when you fail to pay, is when they usually report.
Also in 2020, a listener called into the radio to report that a soldier attached to the Gopi military detach in Metu sub-county had impregnated a 14-year-old girl. The soldier and the girl had been in a relationship for 1 year.
Zadi ani paman ragari askeri goditro. Then I ain't avudi Zaria any baliu. Zadio avupa na ingo duoti owe erwaga.
When Clementina Chunia realized that her daughter was pregnant, she alerted the detached commander and the police, both of whom she claims frustrated her efforts to get justice.
Ubarak siana diojo ki kole radi amarani ompaingoya kole ama irua badi batito. So ajo amani tazi dele dibana troyo ware chikika egona koni.
The soldier, who is also a medical worker, disappeared with the girl for 1.5 months. He forced her to abort the baby. He has since been transferred to Panjala military detach. Joyce Chandia, the Community Development Officer in charge of gender, says her office holds sensitization meetings on sexual abuse in different sub-counties. However, women are too busy to attend them.
Women, they have a lot of work to do. Field, they are the ones. At home, they are the ones. Even going to collect firewood, they are the ones. So they really have limited time. And yet this is where they can get information. In case something happens, they will be able to know what to do. Like when their daughters are defiled, they will know where to go.
Both girls are back in school, although their path to recovery is different. Chunyia's daughter is still in touch over mobile phone with her lover, the soldier. Lulua's daughter, though, is still trying to pick up the pieces.
I want to ask, are women properties?
Back in the studio, Anzoyo is still fielding calls. She has demonstrated that while alcoholism and drug abuse can be blamed for rising sexual violence against teenage girls, community sensitization is the way forward. Gillian Nantume, NTV Tonight.